First, I want to start with Jimmy Kimmel, who went on the podcast of comedian Sarah Silverman and said a bunch of crazy shit. Okay, including, I'll just give you this one for flavor. He's yet another leftist who's thinking about fleeing America. So afraid is he of Trump. It's SOT 23 here.
A lot of people I know are thinking about where they can get citizenship and
I
stuff.
do have Italian. I did get Italian citizenship.
You do?
I do.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I do have that. And what's going on is as bad as you thought it was going to be.
Way worse.
It's so much worse. It's just unbelievable. Like, I feel like it's probably even worse than he would like it to be.
Oh, sure. Because we look to Jimmy Kimmel to figure out insights into how Donald Trump is thinking. The absurdity of this. I would say go, but I love Italy too much to say that. They don't deserve this. I'm sorry, but he should go to Ireland. They do deserve this. They're as woke as they come. My people, who are like among the toughest people on earth, or were, have gone completely woke. But, you know, I'm Irish and Italian, so I have empathy. And he should not go to Italy. It's too beautiful a country to host Jimmy Kimmel. And why would they have given him citizenship to begin with? But in any event, he should go. He should definitely leave. But he won't. He's just saying that to get plaudits from fellow leftist Sarah Silverman and from people who listen to that show. He will never leave his very lucrative but loser of a show on ABC's late night. He's not going to abandon that because feeling important and like he matters is too important to Jimmy Kimmel. But he's got to get stroked by leftists by saying he's gotten Italian citizenship, and he may indeed exercise it by leaving a United States that even Donald Trump must feel has gone too far. Okay, not our guy for insights on Trump's thinking. I think we know that. So these two go on. Now, there's going to be a couple of these examples that I'm going to show you in a minute to talk about how the left, this imaginary left, right, that they're talking of, i.e. that they built, has become really like too full of scolds when it comes to the way we talk and the way we joke. Wow. Listen here.
Republicans know the difference between right and wrong in general. Like, they know what they're doing. Something is, I don't know. But the left, it's just, I find it ironic. The left, I'm on the left. But like, I find in general, the party that is about inclusivity is incredibly elitist. Just fucking say, join us. Yes, come, join us. Yes, sit
but
next to me.
It's not the party. It's not the majority. It's the loud voices that scare people from saying what they believe and make you think twice about a joke or whatever, these things. And, a lot of their points are valid, but a lot of them are also just repulsive. And I mean, they repel people from, they go like, oh, you're no fun. I don't want to be around you. And I think that if you had to boil it down to like one thing, that's kind of what it is.
Okay. So I don't know what they're talking about. Who on the left has ever scolded others for not behaving the right way or saying the right things? Let's just check in at random. On these two. Take a look here in SOT 25.
If you're a reasonable person, you should have Trump derangement syndrome. To be honest, it was a terrible night last night. It was a terrible night for women, for children, for the hundreds of thousands of hardworking immigrants who make this country go, for healthcare, for our climate, for science,
he's crying,
for journalism, for justice, for free speech.
You don't have to keep up with every disgusting thing he says. Their whole purpose is owning the libs. There's no ideology. It's an act of hatred.
Dr. Fauci said that if hospitals get any more overcrowded, they're going to have to make some very tough choices about who gets an ICU bed. That choice doesn't seem so tough to me. Vaccinated person having a heart attack? Yes, come right on in. We'll take care of you. Unvaccinated guy who gobbled horse goo? Rest in peace, Wheezy.
These right-wing people really hate me. I mean, what am I? I, gender neutral bathroom over here? What am I, a grown woman with an opinion? Oh, yeah, that's probably
I really believe that it's not that these are stupid people. I mean, certainly we have stupid people on both sides. I think these are people who are essentially being brainwashed.
Okay. So they've participated almost as much as anyone in creating this cancer in their own party that we refer to as wokeism. It used to be called political correctness, but that got exploded into an animal that was only distantly related to political correctness. Wokeism is truly pernicious and dangerous and sick. It's a sickness. It's a religion. It's a cult, but it's a sick religious cult, like Wiccanism. Something that's genuinely dark, but it's worse than that because they're actively destroying lives. I mean, I think the Wiccans just kind of do weird things on the weekends amongst themselves. I don't think they're actually working to destroy lives, careers, families, the way the woke are. I mean, a core principle of BLM is breaking up the nuclear family. It's genuinely sick and evil. And they love BLM, these two, and they love wokeism. And now they have the nerve to have this conversation. At least she says, well, I'm of the left. But sort of this like, gee, what's happened to our party? They've really become elitist. That's how she puts it. And he puts it, well, it's not the majority. Okay, your entire party has been held captive to this group of woke leftists, and you show no desire to reform post the hard lesson that brought you to tears in November 2024, Jimmy Kimmel. It's just the loud voices, he says, scaring people from saying what they really believe. The loud voices scaring people. Does he have any self-reflection of how the COVID mania was part of that? And he was scaring people about their hesitation not to get the vaccine, scaring them that they might not get hospital care for heart attacks if they didn't get the mandatory vaccine that he wanted shoved in their arm. I mean, if he had his way, I would have forced all three of my children to get that vaccine, including my teenage son, notwithstanding the published risks of myocarditis, in particular among that age group, which you had to actually search deep on the internet, going 12 podcasts deep into Vinay Prasad's podcast, who nobody even knew at that time, to figure out was even a risk because of people like Jimmy Kimmel, who shamed half the country for even wanting to discuss it, never mind openly say that they had a hesitancy, never mind choose not to get the vaccine. There's absolutely no self-awareness nor self-reflection. So these two now say that there are certain people in their party who repel people. Okay, who is it, Sarah Silverman? Is it the people who scold that you're not allowed to believe there are only two biological sexes and that men cannot become women? Are those the people you're talking about? Because I think they qualify as people within your party who repel others. But there you were on camera making fun of the right wing, saying, why do they hate me? Am I a gender neutral bathroom? You dismissed criticisms of this gender ideology like they were right-wing nutcases. You were hashtag part of the problem. You suggested Republicans are all sexists, saying the reason they hate you is you're a woman. Did you pause to think maybe that's part of the problem? I'll tell you what they're really talking about, because they have contributed on all of these things, on guns in Jimmy Kimmel's case, on the gender stuff in his case and Sarah Silverman's case, on the woman issue in his case and on Sarah Silverman's case. Here's what they're really upset about. Here's what they really want to do. They both have actually worn blackface repeatedly in Jimmy Kimmel's case, and the worst kind of possible blackface you can imagine in Sarah Silverman's case, minstrel show blackface. Okay, they've both done it, and so they have been burned. Look at this. This is so offensive what she's wearing. Anyone could see how deeply wrong this is. Now, some of us had a discussion about blackface Halloween costumes, i.e. wearing tinted skin to try to look like Diana Ross or Michael Jackson, which is also technically referred to as blackface. I think you could make a very strong case it's not the same thing as minstrel show blackface. Sarah Silverman thought it would be super fun to do the absolute worst, most offensive kind, and thought that would be terrific. She since has said that she regrets it, but she did when we had the reckoning over, race and so on back in 18, 19, 20, she did take a lot of incoming from the left, and she clearly is still jarred from it. Jimmy Kimmel amazingly still has a career, notwithstanding the fact that not only did he wear blackface, he put on a fat suit and went as Oprah Winfrey wearing blackface and talked about darning socks. Like, how many stereotypes can you hit, right? Like, oh, it's like the black woman who does my laundry. This is all she's good for, darning socks, with his face tinted black. And then he did Karl Malone, like speaking in Ebonics. Let me give you a couple of examples. Here he is as Oprah in SOT 26.
15 minutes a day is all you need to get your heart rate up to where...
Please, Miss Oprah, you're crushing my... Sorry, Miss Oprah.
Okay, so there he is incorporating the fat joke into it too, which, according to his people, you're not allowed to do that. You can't body shame, right? You're not allowed to body shame anybody. You have to be body positive about anybody who's fat. Hello? And then here he is doing Karl Malone, the basketball player, SOT 27.
Now, Karl Malone never seen no flying saucer himself, but if he do, that's going to be a spooky time.
Okay. So that's what they're talking about. They don't want to be scolded for their blackface Halloween costumes. This is their same crew, by the way, pushed for my cancellation at NBC just for talking about blackface. I've never worn blackface. Never. Not a single stitch of that kind of makeup in my life. These two donned the absolute worst forms of it while openly mocking black people. They're fine. They have their careers intact. And now they want to lament the liberal scolds in their party who make it uncomfortable for others and who repel people. They're talking, though, about themselves. You see, they want it both ways. They want to be able to wear their blackface Halloween costumes and not get scolded for it, but they still want to scold you if you won't get the vaccine or if you vote Republican because you must hate women and be against trans people. So fuck off if you're a Republican, but if you are on the left or the right and want to scold for blackface, tisk tisk, because I'm trying to figure out their rules. It actually would have been a much more interesting discussion if all of that could have been addressed and they could have been super honest about it, but don't hold your breath. That's not going to happen. Since President Trump was sworn in, his administration has made enormous progress at a breakneck pace. But don't forget, while they are moving mountains for the good of the nation, you've got your personal savings to worry about. And one of the best ways to look after your savings is through diversification, particularly with gold, like from Birch Gold Group. In the past 12 months, the value of gold has increased by 40%. And Birch was an advertiser on this show 12 months ago. If you had purchased then, you'd be 40% richer today. Now's the time. Central banks continue to bolster demand for gold by burying in record quantities. Global instability and tension is high, and Birch Gold makes owning physical gold so easy. Easily convert an existing IRA or 401k into a tax-sheltered IRA in physical gold, or buy some to store in your home safe. Just text MK to the number 989898, and Birch Gold is going to send you a free info kit on gold. Look into it. See if it's right for you. There's no obligation, just useful information to help you make a decision. With an A+ rating, with a Better Business Bureau, and tens of thousands of happy customers, take control of your savings today. Text MK to 989898. Thanks so much for watching. If you like what you just saw, hit the subscribe button for more clips and full episodes.